Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Endless Space. I am of course PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and what this particular video is going to be is a start of a marathon series. For me at least, because it turns out that the free weekend of Endless Space has already started, which means that my good friend Gamer is able to play this game, which he has not been able to do so before. However, I cannot play with him because I am unable to update my game due to numerous reasons, the primarily being the fact that I do not want to scrap the series, because this is what would happen if I were to update this game. So, because I do really want to see the Echoes of the Endless in action, which is the second add-on for the Endless Space, and I really do want to play with Gamer while he still can play, I would try to boost the speed of the series, which means that I am going to sit here for as long as it takes to finish the series. Now, however, this is not going to be a 12-hour long video, of course. Two reasons behind it. One, making, encoding, and uploading videos that are longer than 50 minutes is actually a timer, speaking of which, is very difficult for me, and I would really love to avoid it if at all possible. Secondly, I personally, as a YouTuber, I personally do prefer videos that are not longer than 40 minutes long. That's because I like watching videos that are possible to watch in a single sitting, so I don't want to cook some popcorn for a 2-hour video, with some minor exceptions, but aside from that, I usually do not. I would love to watch a video while I'm eating or doing something like that, then just end it and turn off my browser if I need to, and stuff like that. I actually am rambling for way too long. You are here to watch gameplay, not listen to me talking about useless stuff. Not maybe useless, but stupid stuff that I don't need to talk about. So, how about creating some more morphs, because they seem to be dying a lot, while also making sure that this OYAT system is producing areas on schedule, because I need them. I really do. Now, it turns out that we have a visitor that is actually just a scout, so I'm not even gonna film this encounter because there is no need for this whatsoever. However, okay, those are allies. Not a particularly good thing to open fire on allies, dear says. No, indeed it is not. However, there are two enemy fleets that are blockading Iron, which is the system that my reinforcements are about to come through, which is bad. However, what I have in mind for that is to transfer my secondary hero to the front line of the war with United Empire. Reason being, for so far, amoebas have really not been too aggressive against me, at least. They have been sending bunch of flotillas with like 1 or 2 ships each, which isn't really a big problem, and I do not need a hero to just stand here and be watchful when I need him desperately more in a different place. So I'm gonna unassign him right now and reassign him to the fleet that is about to have a fight in the next turn. So there you go, you're gonna be assigned the next turn, which is very important, at least for me. Now, those two fleets that I have right here, I mean those are 3 fleets, but I mostly care about the 2 because the IOTA fleet almost has no ships. Need to go get to ESSA ACP, and actually none of them will be able to make it in a single turn, so I can just send all of them at once at the same time, and that's kinda interesting. So one fleet managed to make it and the others did not. Oh, is that because the others do not have any Morim ship? They do not. How about my main fleet? My main fleet does have a Morim ship, and I believe I did install, yep, I totally did install an engine module which allows this fleet to be just a little bit faster, which proves to be useful, not in this situation, but maybe useful in the future. Now Udir says you have Morim as well, so you keep going, and actually I might as well empty the hangars because I feel like it has been a while since I've sent spottery, that's not a real word, but whatever, fleet in the general direction of the front lines, which is not acceptable, not at all, and I have to take care of that, because if I don't keep a stable supply chain to, well, the front lines, then I'm at a risk of actually taking severe damage to my main fleet. Wow, that actually sounded almost fluently. If that was only the truth. Whatever. In the meantime, I clicked on something while the AI is still making its turns. That's not a good thing to do, Pancake. Not a good thing to do at all. So how about you wait for a second, will ya? Is the AI finished? It looks like it. So that's nice. I wish the music would turn on again, but it doesn't. Actually, it didn't. So that's an issue, but whatever. Amirs are looking for a fight, and what they ask to have, I will deliver. Which is, yet again, a certain so wrong in so many ways, it is difficult to even imagine. But whatever. And ladies and gentlemen, big announcement, we have been filming for more or less 5 minutes! Yay! So important thing to know, not really. Such an important thing to know. Learn proper English, kids, without pancakes. Okay, the enemy is focusing around kinetics, which means I have to do as much damage as fast as possible in order to avoid most of the damage. I could, of course, relocate my power supply into defense, but offense is usually the way to go, let's be quite honest, especially with a flotilla of smaller ships like I have. And also particle effects are amazing, just saying. Morph is taking a little bit of damage, actually quite a lot of damage, but fortunately both of the enemy ships have went down and I have taken no losses whatsoever, which is very, very good by all standards. Losing a Morph, even though it's only Morph 4.0, would be quite substantial, and I do not want this to happen. No, indeed I do not. Now, as for my hero, he leveled up, which is nice. There isn't pretty much anything else I can do with him at this point, unfortunately. I mean, I can get Master Hacker, I have no idea why I would go for it. Unless, let me check my different hero. My main hero is an adventurer as well. So by checking him, I can check what abilities my administrator can get in terms of adventure tree. So stuff I didn't get, but I could. Actually, stuff that I could get, but is also useful for managing a get back here. So this is not too useful, though it would increase my defense on a system, but I don't care about that. Not too useful, not too useful. Nothing of that is useful for an administrator. How about those upgrades? This one is decent, but not important. That's very well for this hero. It actually would be amazing, but I didn't get it. So no, apparently there is nothing I really want to have. So unfortunately, there isn't really pretty much anything that I could care for this hero. Then again, so at some point in the future, I will have this ability that will allow me to convert food into industry. And since you can also convert industry into science at a decreased rate, but still, I think I might actually go ahead and grab myself some more food production just for that purpose. I don't need plus 20 food production on a style system. This is rubbish, considering the amount of food I would get with plus 20%. So that's what I'll go for. Motivational leader. Oh yes, I motivate people, because I'm like that. That's very nice. Now, anything I should take care of in the production side doesn't look like it, so I might as well finish moving my ships. And the United Empire has stopped the blockade of Iron. Quite stupid and silly if you ask me, because they would have given me some problems, but then again, they might have been afraid of my hero. In the meantime, however, I'm ready to start capturing ESSA, which is precisely what I'm going to do. However, I'm also going to send the new fleet to RANAS to also start capturing it before my trusty allies do this. Because if they were to capture it, I would never be able to recapture it from them. As I can clearly see, my hero is providing me with a ginormous boost to melee battlefield, which is why I can capture ESSA so quickly, which is good, because I need it. I do need it ASAP, because I want to win this game. And it might indeed be far more probable that I'm going to win this game by, wow, so many more, by going for science victory instead of diplomatic victory. I mean, not the diplomatic victory, that's not a possibility at all, but I wanted to say instead of, what's it called? Domination victory, because before I capture all United Empire and all amoebas, it would be a long time, and this actually might not be even enough. I would probably also need to capture Kratos and maybe Hisho to achieve the domination victory. Of course, I cannot go for the type of victory that... No. I was talking about expansion victory, and of course I cannot go for the supremacy victory, because then I would have to kill my allies. Not good, Pancake. Never kill your allies, because they are friendly bunch. Now, I have a Theta fleet at the ready. Actually, it is not at the ready at all, but it is being readied. Because, yeah, that's a word. I'm a word making machine. That's who I am. Very bad, poor Woodmaker machine that is making no sense whatsoever, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm just that. Yeah, I feel better about myself already. So how about we end the stand and actually let us not do that, because research is about to get done. And you know what I need next? Well, at some point in time I want to get Pan-Galactic Society. However, if I were to rush it, it would take 98 turns! Considering the fact that we are just playing for 132, it would be a very, very long time. So, of course, we need some more science production, for example, by getting persistent construction and having access to Anomalies Institute. But, other thing that I could go for a lot more easily is Infinite Rent, which decreases the cost for Scientific Victory, and also, not Endless Empire, but Sustainable Super Societies, which sounds way more awesome than it actually is. Well, I don't know. And Wired Galaxy, which also works in the exact same way. Wired Galaxy is actually the easiest available upgrade of the sort for me, so I might as well go for that one. But first of all, because I have so much more tonnage, or I'm about to have so much more tonnage, I want to use it. How, you may ask? For the best rockets that are in the store! Yes! 8 turns, but it will be worth it, mind my words. Also, can I decrease the tax rate? I could, but I will lose money, and I do not want this to happen, because right now I'm already being very close to being bankrupt at all times, even with my hero stealing ability, and right now there is nobody to steal from, which is mildly annoying, but hold on a second, this system is... Wow, that was a close one. In a single turn, this system will actually stagnate, and I noticed it just a single turn before that happens, and I can prevent it. Wow, Pancake, that's actually quite impressive, if I may say so about myself. And if I may not, then that's too bad for you, because I say so. Whatever. Ignore me! Do what you always do, ignore me, because that's probably the course of action that is most good for you, because my English is definitely not. Yeah. Shut up, Pancake. Okay. Now, Servo is somewhere in the back here, so I do not need to care about it too much. However, duty-free spaceports, do I want it? A lot of space bonus, but not a lot of more of additional trade rounds. I can only sustain 2 of them, so even with this bonus I would not make a lot of dust or science at all. So, and this costs a lot to have those upgrades, so I might just go for a little bit more of food production. And this one I believe is going to be the way to go. Actually, this Barren and Tundra are very difficult to get more food production on those planets. This one, however, that isn't the case, but it costs so much. Oh well, I can wait for a little bit more to have the system grow more population. I'll deal with that. Now, that is done, and is there anything else I should worry before ending the turn? No, there is not. So how about I do just that and take a sip of my juice? I need to open it first. Obvious knowledge is obvious. That was a big sip, but I just realized I drank it all. It was of course mostly empty, but I never did realize that I only have a mostly empty juice next to me. Otherwise I will go to the refrigerator and put in there another one so that it would be ready. Actually, you know what? I probably might not need to do that, because the place where we keep juice boxes is quite cold, because it has windows open and stuff like that, and it is kind of cold outside. So they might have a proper temperature for drinking, aka 4 Celsius degrees, which is my favorite temperature for drinking. And this, unfortunately, is not the fleet that is supposed to... Actually, hold on. What do kinetics on missiles? More missiles, even more missiles. I hate it, but it's actually good, because if those were kinetics, I should have... Well, actually, this is bad, because I had enough time to make up my mind and switch my long-range card into the card that would allow me to deal more damage, so that kinetics damage would be mitigated. However, there's nothing I can do about the rockets, so even though my rockets are more fabulous and I have green T-lock rockets, it is gonna hurt! 3 ships going down! 3 ships going down! No! That was a little bit too much for my voice. Also, I'm not sure if this was a little bit too loud or not, so I just decreased the volume by just a small, tiny-ish little bit. Because Taddy is apparently a unit of loudness. OMG, I'm so bad. And no, I do not want to keep fighting. I mean, I kinda need to, but I do not want to. How many fleets rating there? 3 more fleets. Okay then, that is more than my fleets can probably handle, unfortunately. I'm considering retreat. Then again, there is a system nearby where my main fleet is at, so I should be able to retreat safely. However, if it is, as somebody suggested in the comments, that I can only retreat to my own nearby systems, then I'm dead. I suppose that. So I don't want to risk it with such a big and numerous fleet. So instead, I'm just gonna try to take the damage to the face and, yeah, pray that I do not lose more than 3 ships, which is highly unlikely. Let's just face it, I am going to lose all my, not all my areas, but 3 of my areas. And wow, this is a serious rain of death that is raining on the enemy, but unfortunately that is also the case for 3 of my areas. They take way too much damage, and they seriously cannot handle this kind of power, and I'm losing them one by one. Unfortunately, it is even possible that in the next fight or the fight after that, I will not be able to kill all the dreadnoughts in a single turn. Then again, I do have let me say that again. I do have green tea missiles, so that might just be enough. Maybe, hopefully. So we'll see if I am able to take on 2 additional fleets. I am definitely going to be able to destroy 1 more. Question is, how easy is it going to be to destroy another one after that? That is the question I do not know the answer to just yet. So let's have a short second, because right now the only thing that might save my ships from dying is either that or weapon disruption. Short second last time, it didn't actually save any of my ships, but maybe this time, with weapon disruption, I'll be able to save 1 of my areas, which is not going to happen because the enemy used the EMP, decreasing my defense by 20%, so it kinda mitigates all the decreased damage I get from weapon disruption. So we are equal, except that I'm going to die. At least 3 of my captures are going to die. I'm safe, sitting away at my home, watching as my people die. That is the best way to be a ruler, in my opinion. OMG, I'm such an evil bad person. Nothing necessarily wrong with that, but yeah, that's not something I want to tell to my grandchildren, that I was slaughtering my people without even caring about them. No, indeed, it is not. So, we are about to face yet another battle, and I ask myself that question: will I be able to destroy the enemy dreadnoughts in a single turn? I believe I will be, because this time we had quite a big window left, in which I could deal some potential additional damage, and yet again, my my green tea missiles didn't even make it to the enemy ship before they went down, I believe. So, most likely I should be able to take them down before we get into the medium range phase of the battle. So I might as well try to go for weapon disruption again, hoping the enemy will not go for EMP, and he did not. However, he went for camouflage, which counters weapon disruption, and because of that, my card did not work at all. Is it decreasing their firepower on the kinetics, which they have none, which is mildly annoying, unfortunately. And OMG, no! No, kill them! I order you to kill them! Wow, okay, that was close. My green leaf tea missiles were actually not quite enough to destroy the enemy dreadnoughts, but the kinetics were barely able to do what my green tea missiles were not able to do. Which is very fortunate, if you ask me. I was really terrified that I would lose yet another area or 2 maybe even. So yeah, that was a close one actually. So it turns out a full fleet of areas is able to take on 4 fleets of dreadnoughts from the Empire at any rate. But then I would probably have some really big troubles destroying other fleets, because then, yeah, 6 areas is not a lot, if you ask me. Not a lot indeed. So how about... come on! I want to fight a bigger fleet than just a single dreadnought! Fake rage is fake, okay. But annoyance is actually... the annoyance I feel is actually... I'm sorry, I blocked it out for whatever reason. So let's forget about what I wanted to say because it made no sense anyway and it had no importance at all as well. So yeah, why should I talk? And you know what? Let's create an illusion. I know it will probably mitigate the amount of dust I'll be able to leak from the ship, but I'm just curious how big of a chance they have that the enemy will fire at an illusion instead of a real ship. I wanna see that. So there are the illusions. And how do I unzoom the camera? Like that, okay. And no, of course the enemy fired at Destiny Ascension? Why did he fire at a ship that could not possibly go down? I have no idea, but well, I guess it doesn't matter now, does it? Unfortunately, the enemy is blocking the system, so I cannot possibly send the Iota fleet to reinforce the new fleet, which is problematic because right now the enemy might just go into RANAS straight from PANCZASU system and annihilate my fleet, which is going to be very problematic. Okay, the enemy still has a bajillion fleets at the ready, some even equipped with heroes, if you can equip somebody with a hero, but okay. Ceasefire, and I am supposed to give you idiom? Are you out of your mind? Are you stupid? Well, you obviously are, but still, this is so incredibly, stupidly, silly, foolishly, incredibly, undeniably unworthy deal of a person like me that I could not possibly even accept it. And that was a lot of adjectives, just saying. Okay, anyway, more Arias! I need more! More! I'm sorry, my laugh is not scary, not funny, it's just kinda disturbing. It's the kind of laugh that you would not want to have. Fortunately, it's also not the laugh that I usually laugh with. I probably could not even replicate the laugh that I usually use because I quite frankly do not remember it. It's just a spontaneous thing, which is, I guess, a normal thing for a laugh, isn't it? Okay, anyway, my second fleet is at the ready, however, it only has 15. When did I lose 3 ships? Did I seriously not... When did I lose 3 ships? Whatever, I'm gonna have Iota to reinforce me, so it doesn't matter all that much. It's just a little bit surprising if you ask me. Also, those 3 areas, I will not send them to Lost because that would be just wasted movement parts. Instead, I'm going to send them to Rotterdam so that they can join up with any fleet that I decide to send in this general direction. In the meantime, those 2 fleets are at the ready, they can still guard my borders, even though so far they have been incredibly insufficient at that task. Before they have been letting everybody through, even if they just ask nicely. So I guess I'm really not hostile, kind of friendly type of empire. Except I'm just murdering all the humans, but that's just because they're humans who wouldn't want to murder them. I mean, if I weren't human, I would most likely just be a complete psycho, and try and murder everybody I can't even think of, just because they are human. Actually, no, I just thought about murdering Senishide. No, definitely not good, sir. I would rather I'll die to defend them, and I'm actually speaking 100% honestly, so yeah. So, no, that is not a possibility, just say. There are some humans that are really amazing, but most of them are not. Let's just say it. Also, no, I already denied this deal in the past, so don't bother me again. Ceasefire in return, they're gonna give me almost no dust whatsoever, and I'm gonna give them lessons. Are you out of your mind? I already had quite a long talk about people being out of their mind, but still, it is kind of ridiculous. Where's Lessus anyway? I didn't see it. Oh, you mean Lessus? Only my most productive system ever. Yeah, sure, I'll give it to you right away, no problem, buddy. Let me just sign the paycheck so that you don't have to worry about it. Oh no, let me hand it over to you. Oh, that's not a problem at all. Let me open the door for you because we are in some kind of conference room, I imagine. So let me open the door for you so that I can stab you in the back when you walk past me. Yeah, that's that's what most likely would happen, and I cannot speak English again. Okay, 8 command points and 8,600 military power. That's a little bit more than this army can chew on. So, wow, okay, so I'm gonna send a different army. Okay, so I have 3 command points over here, and I have an army with, where is it? Just 8? Okay, so I have 11, 3 command points, and I already have a Morinth in. Okay, then There are just areas over here and as well, so that's 6. And those are just a bunch of morphs, but this morph doesn't need to be here at all, so now I have even more areas, so that's 8, and that's still not quite enough. No, indeed it is not. Actually, my math skills are horrible, it is more than enough. I actually have one ship too many. So which one is the oldest? Area 13? Or maybe there's area 11 or something? No, area 14. 14s are the oldest. So, where is this fleet? That's quite a long list over here, but whatever. I'm going to see it in the beta fleet somewhere. Actually, I'm not, because they have no movement point left. And then I'll try to recapture Oyat system, if it will need recapturing at all, because apparently, you know, the Empire likes to fly in and out of the system for no apparent reason, so yeah, just saying. In the meantime, let's murder some more United Empire, and those guys are about to attack me, and quite frankly, I don't believe this fleet is ready to take this kind of firepower to the chest. So, first of all, the enemy, yet again, has... Look at it, he's got 4 fleets over here. One with 15 command points, 2 with 12, and 1 with 8. I'm going to fight with the one with 8, no matter what I choose. I mean, if I choose my stronger hero, then I'm going to fight the weaker fleet. And if I choose my weaker hero, I'm going to fight the weaker fleet. That's how it always is. I wish it would be different, but unfortunately it is not. So let me first of all reinforce the Toyota fleet and pray that it actually is going to attack the weaker fleet rather than the stronger one. And it did! Which is good, by all means, so that now I am not going to waste any firepower on a fleet that is actually easily killable by a fleet that is in fact way inferior to my main fleet. Okay, they of course have missiles only, of course, why not just go for annoyance strategy, because that's the strategy that the Empire is using, to be quite honest with you. So the best thing I can do is weapon disruption, or that or short circuit. I'm not sure which one would be better, to be quite honest. But either of the two, they're not going. Oh, of course, camouflage. How silly of me! Of course, they went for camouflage. Neither of the two, however, is going to be too effective. I was about to take a single dreadnought in a single volley, and I should be able to take another one. Yeah, there we go. Another one is down. I'm going to lose a single area. I just pray that it is going to be the area 10 I am going to lose, because it doesn't even have green tea rockets. No, it is area 12 and area 10. Okay then. At least those are the older areas, so that's kind of what I was going for anyway, so it's not too bad. Okay, this... Oh, I do not have any more here. So I guess this is the... I guess I did have a fight with this fleet before, I just never actually noticed that. Strange, but oh well. Now, my main hero can safely attack a bigger fleet at hand. Unfortunately, I am most likely still going to lose a bunch of areas. That said, with illusions, I might just be able to avoid it. I'm not sure about that. Maybe or maybe not, I'm not too sure. Maybe I should just go for short circuit? No, I go for illusion. I think it sounds about right, and then repair any damage if I am to take any damage, which is highly unlikely unless they focus fire on Destiny Ascension, because Destiny Ascension can take this kind of firepower, but... Look at that! Okay, I no longer have the green tea missiles, but seriously, those blue missiles are even more awesome! I love it! And that sound voice. Wow, it was even more retarded than usual, which is quite a difficult thing for somebody of my personal voice skills. And yeah, of course, I still lost an area. Only a single one, but that's not only for me. I care about my ships, I do. So that's that, I guess. And Yota can reinforce yet again with my main fleet. Hopefully it is going to be a cannon fodder, because I don't care about it being anything else than that. And you dear sir, run away! Because there's no way you can hold RANAS against this kind of firepower. No, indeed there is not. Okay, so that's that, and also this is the turn where I still haven't moved those guys yet, right? Right. So, I want to retrofit them so that they are a little bit more powerful. So Beta Fleet needs to be retrofit. I have enough money for that, so let's just go for it. They have moved, so I cannot retrofit them. Are you for real? How about Arias 13? Can I retrofit them? I can. Let's go for it. I did? Okay, Morev, can I retrofit you? I can. That is very good indeed. Some more Areas 13, can I retrofit those? I can. So, in the end, I was able to retrofit every one single of those ships when I wasn't able to do this by just clicking retrofit all button. Kinda is random, but I'm not gonna complain in the end. Unless it was a bug. Anyway, ESSA. Ultimate defense is not going to be too helpful against those missiles, unfortunately. As much as love it to be otherwise, but unfortunately... Well, I'm still gonna get ultimate defense because it might be useful against an enemy with mixed offensive firepower, but other than that, I don't believe this is actually going to be the case, unfortunately. Am I ready to proceed to the next turn? Yes, indeed I am. How long has this video been? About 30 minutes, not even that. So I still have quite a bit of time before I split it into the next one. Also, I just realized in my previous video cast, I did not mention Sonya Shide. So I'm mentioning Sonya Shide right now, aka Gas Generation. Yeah. So yeah, I know, just out of the blue and random, but the idea behind it is that there's just a slight chance some of you guys might check it out and some of you might actually like it or maybe even love it as much as I do. And if that happens, then I'm very happy. This would mean that you have a chance of becoming a Soon, which is basically an ultimate fan of Sonya Shide, aka Gas Generation, and that would really make me happy because I support them in every way I can. Now, unfortunately, my secondary army has been attacked. I say unfortunately because this army is not quite good at fighting the enemy as my previous other army, so I am gonna go for ultimate defense because I had no chance to take their weapons and they do have some kinetics, so it was kind of a decent idea for me to go for ultimate defense. However, I am pretty sure I will be able to kill all of those ships in a single turn, so there is no need for me to go for anything else but another persistence in medium and melee range. If we indeed even make it into those phases. However, I am going to lose quite a lot of areas. Hits incoming! Brace yourself. 1 area down, 2 areas down. Still, it was way better than I expected. And oh no, a single dreadnought survived. It was able to fire, of course, its entire volley of missiles, which is what I hate about the missiles the most. I mean, come on. It survived for just a single second, but that is just another area down. No, I believe the missiles should be at least fired twice per turn, with of course decreased effectiveness as a direct result of that, so that there would not be this kind of fire and forget weapon, because otherwise I just call BS. Or at least make them fire at the end of the turn rather than at the beginning and just hit instantly. No, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you get my point, right? I think you do. Okay, 2 ability points to spend. I am going to go for veteran and probably even more veteran, or actually maybe ground pounder, because with this I will be able to use this hero as a way to conquer the enemy worlds a little bit faster and simultaneous in cooperation with my main hero. So I am gonna go for ground pounder, giving me also access for commander-in-chief, which increases my XP, which I will not go for at all, thank you very much. Because it is not difficult to level up with your admiral heroes, not at all. Okay, let's have some more areas, shall we? Thank you very much. Let's move all my ships where they are supposed to be moved. And let's merge those 2 fleets together. I said merge those 2 fleets together. P is the name of this fleet. That's kinda cute, I guess. I'm gonna stay here because I have a feeling the enemy might run away next turn, but if he doesn't, then I'll be able to catch up to him with a single turn and then kill him before he escapes. So that sounds about like a good idea, at least to me. Let's send some more of my ships to lower systems so that I can assemble even more attack squads and they cannot click anything for whatever reason, and I'm starting to fail with my English, which I guess happens. And how many fleets are left over here? A lot! Okay, you didn't need to be this brutal about it. Wow, okay. Also, I actually can retreat, reinforce Delta fleet with almost entire Nu fleet. So I'm about to do that, except I want this fleet to be called Nu, because that's a cooler name, thank you very much. 18 out of 18, sounds about right. Anything else I should worry about? It doesn't look like I will be able to assemble yet another fleet, because most of those fleets are just a single, what do you call it, Morris, so I do not need to worry about that at all, to be quite honest. So, in the hangar I have even more models and areas. Not really all that important, but let's send them here anyway. Here in a hangar I have 3 more areas, which is kinda important, so I'm gonna send them here. And this way I'll assemble quite a fighting force, which is good indeed. Also, servos. You need some kind of exploitation over here, and also get rid of Ice 10, Moon Survey, and this is because of this large gas helium, I'm going to go for Global Tech Park, thank you very much. And after that, let's just go for more money, because money is always nice. I am making money, right? Right, just barely, but still I am making, even though, yeah. Also, it's kinda interesting, Lucia just met, actually, I call it Lucia, right? Yeah, that's the system I call Lucia. Right now, it is actually more productive than my other systems, which is kind of surprising. Also, I still have quite a bit of upgrades to increase the population of the system, which means that it could become quite a powerhouse in terms of its stats. So what I am going to do is something I rarely do, and that would be going for other moons over here. But Wasted Supply Chain is actually working on gas giants, which is important for me. It is actually the only food upgrade that works on gas giants that I have access to at any rate. So I want to have this just so that I'll have more population growth, and this would allow me to colonize large gas hydrogen more quickly, and on top of that it would also allow me to get the upgrade that allows me to get even more population on all the planets. Also, I need to get rid of irradiated, thank you very much, and also get rid of the... oh no, this is actually a positive thingy. Okay, so then I can go for dust. Unfortunately, this means that now I'm losing dust, but not a lot, and I have quite a bit in the bank, to be quite honest. So I can end the turn right now, right? Right, I believe this is the case. Let's just double check if all my ships are actually trying to conquer the system. Yes, they are. So let's go for it. I need a sip of something, but then again, it has been 35 minutes. It is still worth to take a sip of something. So I'm gonna take a sip of water. Oh. Thank you, water. No problem, Pete. And now that I have that out of the blue, I can wait for the AI to finish making its moves. And actually, I can mention that, speaking of Korean girl groups, like of course CITADEL, Girls' Generation, which is my favorite, there's also my second favorite Korean group, and one of my third favorites groups in general, which is called Secret, and it just recently released a teaser video for their new music video, which I'm so looking forward to. Secret is really amazing. They are, no, of course, not as good as Girls' Generation, aka Sunny Day, but they are still amazing, and I love the diversity, the power they have, and I love everything about them. So anyway, Lesus, are you for real? You think you can conquer Lesus with that? It's got like a 15 tanks that I can already dispatch an army just from the hangars to wipe the floor with you. Are you sure you know what you're doing? I don't think that's the case. And Temple of the Holy Helix. That's interesting. What does it do? Yes, please! I do need more science. I do. Thank you. And what? Why is it still 8 turns? It has been 8 turns for a while now. What? Why is it 8 turns for such a long amount of time? I mean, I did start this research like 2 turns ago, and it said 8 turns at the time. Why does it still say 8 turns? I mean, I know Oya doesn't give me any science because it is under siege, but oh, I don't believe Oyad gives me that much science now, does it? Where is Oyad? Where is Oyad? Oyad, there you go. Well, now it gives me nothing, but usually it would give me 190. That is actually quite a lot. Okay, never mind. And why on earth is ESSA? Wait, I conquered ESSA? OMG! Yes! Yes! Sorry, I hope you muted your microphone because before I said it. I mean, your headset or earphone or whatever. Finance Commission? I can see why they went for it, but yeah, I can definitely see why they went for it. In fact, I'm going to go for it as well. That said, will I or will I not? I need the science, but this system is likely to be under siege for very numerous occasions. So what I am going to go for is I need as much defense as humanly possible, and I'm most likely also going to be able to construct a lot of ships in the system. So I'm gonna go for Inert House, Dark Energy Rifle, very importantly, redundant infrastructures, and actually I'm going to move them almost to the top, and I do not really need predictive sensor array. Careful sweeping might be... yeah, in the future I will actually have a use for it, so I'm gonna go for it as well. And as you can clearly see, the enemy clearly has gone for terrain terraformation because, yeah, they decided to make some terrain walls. I don't... because there's no way ESSA was just filled with terrain walls. That's just nigh impossible. So, those systems produce dust right now, which is, I guess, kind of nice because I could use some dust. But this one particular thing I think might go for industry because I want to have quite a bit of industry in the system as well. Also, right now the system is making me lose dust, but that's because of the extraordinarily high disapproval, which is kind of logical considering I just took the system out of the cold dead hands of my opponents, so yeah. Also, IS is still under siege, so it's well about time that we do something about it. Hi there! How are you? I hope not so good because you're about to die anyway. And actually, I should end this video guys right after this battle because it has been 14 minutes and I do, as I said, have to spare it before it reaches 50. So I guess I could go for a little bit longer, but I like uploading 40 minutes video because I think that's the optimal length for an endless space video, in my honest opinion. So let us go for a short second, pray that the enemy misses with his rockets, and other than that, I don't have anything to do, to be quite honest, so yeah. Of course I got countered, as I usually am when I do pray that I get not countered, which is really annoying, so I'm going to lose 2 areas. Then again, those areas are the awesome areas that have a lot of HP, so maybe I'll keep them, maybe. Hopefully, that will be extraordinarily amazing, though I'm not sure if this is actually possible. No, the enemy did focus fire and I lost a single area. Still, a single is better than 2, so I'm very happy indeed. And is that a fly? No, that's not a fly, that's some kind of arrow flying back that just... with a shadow it kind of looked like a fly, and I was really surprising seeing a fly that is in what almost is a December, so yeah. Anyway, that was a successful battle. I have now an abundance of antimatter, which is very good. I did lose an area, which is unfortunate, but I actually am gonna get one right away because I had one at the ready. Sigma sounds so much better than P, so I'm gonna go for it. And move it to Rotanev. I'm also going to schedule the move of some of my other units. I do need Lesus to actually not be under siege, so 7600 in terms of strength, so yeah, I should be able to take those guys on. So, as I said, I was supposed to end this video guys here, but I'm gonna have just one more fight. One of the ships isn't even a dreadnought, and it has beam weapons instead of missiles. Well, it does have missiles, but it's not fully equipped with missiles. So it is possible that I'm only going to lose a single area. Then again, I only have 3 of them, so... 4 on assault, commence! And let's hope I can kill them both before they kill me. 3. That doesn't make any sense. But then again, since when have I been making a lot of sense? I don't really remember that, thank you very much. Anyway, let's fire away with my beautiful blue torpedoes! Wow! I so love this color. I do absolutely and incredibly immensely love this color. Like, seriously, I'm not sure if I told you already, but I do love this color. Yeah, I know, that's why I'll shut up now. I mean, I cannot shut up, because that's not the point of me making this video cast, although I bet that there are some haters that will love me to actually shut up and make this a quiet cast, but still, that's not my style. I like talking to this monitor on screen, because apparently I'm a nerd that has no life, so hey, why not? And actually, I'm dangerously close to the 50-minute mark, still like 6 minutes away, but I do need to end it right now. So I'm gonna stop my timer because there is no need for it to keep running anymore, and I can go ahead and say my outro. It has been PANCZASU, the mighty mix power. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, which has been actually surprisingly decent-ish, then please like this video, maybe subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more. No, I failed, but it happens, I guess. And most importantly, please leave a comment, it helps me greatly. I do leave them all, sometimes not respond to them, but I do leave them all, and I love doing so.